Mr. Stenberg, I'm moving you to room 1.
All right, Chair, if my defendant's ready, I've got an offer. I'll be glad to meet with them.
Mr. Hernandez, putting you in room 2 with your client.
Perry, I think I screwed up and got out of the. How do I get my homepage back? Do you remember?
You hit the Google, you hit the Gmail or Mr. Stenberg, move yourself to room 1, Mr. Stenberg. Your client is there. You should have something on your screen saying move to 1. There you go. All right. You need me to go over there, Judge?
Hang on, no, I got it back.
Got it? Okay, good, Judge. We're on YouTube, and yeah, there we go.
All right, Catherine Trevino. I haven't even talked to the lads. Are they around, the bailiffs?
Yes, Judge.
I don't even see a screen. Auxiliary court.
Yeah, I don't know if let me go talk to Gil. Give me a moment.
Okay.
The computer's up.
I got no camera there, Gil.
She's right here.
You got a black screen.
Hell. Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. There we go.
I'll start video.
I think.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's doing a little blue circle. There?
Nope. Oh, there we go.
All right. Here she is right here.
All right, got it. This is 729969, State of Texas versus Catherine Trevino. Are you Catherine Trevino?
Yes.
All right, good morning. Could you raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Trevino. You can lower your hand. Ms. Trevino, is it okay with you that we proceed by video conference this morning?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Trevino, you are charged with the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass to private property. That is punishable by up to 180 days in a Bexar County jail and up to a $2,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
Ms. Trevino, you have several legal rights. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case. Ms. Trevino, what that means is you could ask the state to bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you, where your lawyer can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. During that proceeding, Ms. Trevino, your lawyer can call as many witnesses as she would like for you or on your behalf in front of that same jury. Ms. Trevino, do you understand you have those rights?
Yes.
You also understand, Ms. Trevino, that you do not have to give up those rights.
Yes.
But if you want to give them up, you can. And you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Ms. Trevino, did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
Yes.
Do you understand what's in these documents?
Yes.
Great, because these documents tell me, Ms. Trevino, that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all of the trial rights we just talked about, but you're telling me that you want to give up those rights or waive them so you can enter into a plea bargain agreement on this case with the state of Texas. Ms. Trevino, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right, then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Trevino, evidently you do have a plea bargain in this case. The first thing you need to understand is I don't have to go along with your agreement. However, if I don't go along with your agreement for any reason, I will allow you to withdraw your plea and start all over again.
Okay.
So anything you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you. You understand?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Trevino, listen up. The state's going to tell us what the plea bargain is. Make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, state.
The agreement's a $0 fine, court costs, 34 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and if it pleases the court, we ask you find the judgment satisfied.
All right, Elizabeth Settle, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Trevino, is that what you agreed to?
Yes.
All right, Elizabeth, does Ms. Trevino have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against her?
She does.
Has she been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
Yes, she has.
Your opinion, is she legally competent to waive her rights and enter into this plea?
I believe, yes.
All right, Ms. Catherine Trevino, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes.
Ms. Trevino, please tell me how you plead to the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass to private property. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Ms. Trevino, you understand I can still find you guilty based on that plea?
Okay.
Has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, or promised you anything to make you plead?
No.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Trevino. I will accept your plea of no contest. Upon that plea, I do find you guilty. Criminal trespass to private property, a Class B misdemeanor. I assess punishment at 0 fine, the cost of court, 34 days in the Bear County Jail. Cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served, which means, Ms. Trevino, that your judgment is satisfied by the time you've already served. Ms. Trevino, this was a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. Ms. Trevino, any questions?
No.
All right, you take care of yourself. Stay well. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, Liz.
Mr. Hernandez,
We're ready.
ready on Nino. You should have that MTR on your desk, Judge.
Oh, okay. All right, guys, Christopher Nino.
Nino.
So the axe.
Yeah, already sent you that Zoom.
All right, this is 645-161, State of Texas versus Christopher Nino. Are you Christopher Nino?
Yes, Judge.
Good morning, sir. Could you raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down, Mr. Nino. Is it all right with you, sir, that we proceed by video conference?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Nino. Let's see. You were placed on probation for the offense of theft, $750 to $2,500 for a period of 9 months on July 6, 2023. Correct, Mr. Nino?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. The state's filed a motion to revoke your community supervision. You are aware of that, right?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Nino, I need you to do me a favor. Listen up. State's going to read an allegation to you. Make sure you understand it because you're going to have to tell me if it's true or not true. Go ahead, state.
The state is proceeding on violated condition number 4, which reads, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Christopher Javier Nino, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of December of 2023 and January of 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
All right, Mr. Nino, do you understand that allegation against you?
Yes.
Is it true or not true?
True.
Thank you, sir. State, you're proceeding on any others?
Not at this time, Judge. We waive the rest.
All right, Mr. Nino, are you aware that based upon that plea of true, I could revoke your community supervision in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, promised you anything to make you plead true?
No.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Nino, I will accept your plea of true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge. The agreement is to sentence to a $0 fine, court costs.
To revoke? Revoke?
Yes, Judge, to grant state's motion to revoke sentencing to $0 fine, court cost, 80 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and if it pleases the court, we ask you find the judgment satisfied.
Okay, Eric Hernandez, is that the agreement?
That is our agreement, Your Honor.
Mr. Nino, is that what you agreed to, sir?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, Eric, does Mr. Nino have a rational as well as factual? Wait, this is not a plea. All right, you find him to be competent to enter into this agreement, right?
I have, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Nino, then I am going to find that it is true that you violated condition number 4 of your probation. At this time, I revoke your community supervision, sentence you to 0 fine, the cost of court, and 80 days in the Bear County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served, which means, Mr. Nino, your judgment in this case is satisfied by the time you've already served. This was a revocation of probation. You might have appellate rights, which your lawyer could further advise you about. Take care of yourself. Stay well wherever you're going, okay? You're welcome, sir. Thanks,
I have
Eric.
excuse, Your Honor. All right,
Hey,
y'all have a
enjoy
good afternoon.
Fiesta. Have a good Fiesta, brother.
Happy
Thank
Fiesta.
you.
Bye, man.
Yes,
sir.
Okay, Mr. Stenberg, are you ready on Moses?
Moses, come here.
Mr.
What? Where's
Stenberg?
Stenberg?
He's there, Judge. He's just muted.
Well, most of the time I would like that, but I think I might need.
He logged off again, Judge. I think he's having
Exactly.
problems.
Hey, Byron, hang on. Your lawyer logged off. We have to get him back.
Give me a moment. He should log in a moment.
What happens with these old guys like me? Hey, Terry, I got attorney voucher on a Bridget Rodriguez case.
Yeah, for Capmeyer,
No.
Bridget Rodriguez. It should be Cap.
Either in court or on the other line.
Hold on a second, Judge.
Oh, yeah, it is for Catmeyer.
Yeah, you need to sign it. It happened back in February of this year, Judge.
Oh, okay. Is Joe back?
It's vouchers, Judge, that have not been signed or done, or I don't know. The auditors didn't get them, so we have to redo them. It's in order for them to get paid, Judge, and that's why you're getting all these vouchers.
Okay.
Mr. Stenberg, are you there now? You have to unmute. Mr. Stenberg? Right, let's see. I don't know if he can hear us or see us. I don't know. I mean, he did his paperwork, Judge. Oh, that's done. You have Moses, Judge, on your screen.
Yeah, I'm ready.
They did all that. They just cannot.
Byron was there a minute ago, Mr. Moses, but I'm just waiting on Joe. Is this do we know? Lauren, is this a time, sir?
Yes, Judge.
See what I have. Yes.
Let me check something. You might just let me know when Joe shows up.
Yes, I'm calling him now, just see if I can get a hold of him on the phone. I don't know what's going on.
So I'm looking at the insurance.
Get one, get one. Grab one. Where the hell's the damn sunshine?
All right, Judge, Mr. Stenberg's here on my cell phone, so go ahead and, we'll start, doing Moses.
Okay, guys, bring Byron Moses back up.
Let's go, Your Honor.
Thank you, brother. All right, you are Byron Moses?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is 671-743. Good morning, Mr. Moses. Can you raise your right hand for me, sir? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You can lower your hand, Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses, is it okay with you that we proceed by video conference this morning?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Moses, you are charged with the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault causing bodily injury. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Class A misdemeanor is punishable by up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in a Bear County jail. Do you understand the range of punishment in your case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Moses, you have several legal rights. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case, which means, sir, you could have the state bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you, where your lawyer, Mr. Stenberg, can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. During that proceeding, Mr. Moses, Mr. Stenberg can call as many witnesses as he would like for you or on your behalf in front of that same jury. Mr. Moses, do you understand, sir, that you have those rights?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you also understand, Mr. Moses, that you do not have to give up those rights?
Yes, sir.
All right, but if you want to give them up, sir, you can. And you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Moses, did you go over this paperwork with Mr. Stenberg before you signed it?
Yes, sir, I did.
You understand what's in these documents?
Yes, sir.
All right, because these documents tell me, Mr. Moses, that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all of those trial rights that we just talked about, but you're telling me that you want to give up those rights or waive them so you can enter into a plea bargain agreement with the state of Texas on this case. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Moses, evidently you do have a plea bargain in this case. The first thing you need to understand, sir, I don't have to go along with your agreement. However, sir, if I don't go along with your agreement, that is, I will allow you to withdraw your plea and start all over again. So anything you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Moses, please listen up, sir. State's going to tell us what the plea bargain is. Make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, State.
The agreement's a $0 fine, court costs, 11 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and if it pleases the court, we ask you find the judgment satisfied.
Joe Stenberg, is that the agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Moses, is that what you agreed to?
Yes, I did.
All right, Joe, does Mr. Moses have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
Yes, sir.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
In half?
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Byron Edward Moses, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Moses, please tell me how you pleaded the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault causing bodily injury. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, or promised you anything to make you plead guilty, Mr. Moses?
Yes, sir.
You're pleading guilty because you are guilty for no other reason.
Yes, sir, I am.
Thank you, Mr. Moses. I will accept your plea of guilt. Upon that plea, I do find you guilty of assault, bodily injury, and Class A misdemeanor. I assess punishment at, did somebody say something? All right, it's 0 fine, the cost of court, 11 days in the Bear County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you time served, which means, Mr. Moses, that your judgment is satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Moses, was a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. Mr. Moses, any questions?
Yes, I don't.
All right, you take care of yourself. Stay well when you get out, okay? Or wherever you're going.
I you too.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Joe.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye. You got an out-of-county thing or something, right?
I'm
All
not too
right.
sure.
Suzanne Kramer and Bob Behrens.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get a hold of both of them. Just Suzanne said she should show up about right now, but let me text her to make sure she's getting on because she.
And what about Barron's?
Barron's, I have not gotten a hold of him yet, Judge. I might have to give this case away.
Is LaHood here yet?
No, Judge, you want me to get him on?
Well, yeah, give it to him as soon as he shows up.
Okay, got it, Judge. I sure
Take
will.
that Barron's.
Yeah, let me see if I have his cell phone number. Just give me a moment.
Okay. It's Mona's last day. We can't be like waiting on lawyers. You know what I mean? And I know Alex wants to get under the bridge there for a fiesta or something.
Alex. No, I gotta go to the courthouse after this.
Well, there ain't gonna be nobody there. They're all under the
Then you
bridge.
can go under the bridge.
Messing with you, Alex. Huh? Oh, the other one?
Yeah, the other one.
They love you.
The Fiesta General, where's she at?
She just darted.
What's up, Ramirez?
Hey, morning.
Good morning.
Access this on that back wall, you know, right there. It's art
A clean desk, I'm impressed.
Well, it's not all, I had to clean, I had to dust it off.
Well, it's good.
Now we hear him.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, Adam LaHood said he'd take John Frank's, Judge. He'll log
wanna-
in. And
You want to do that, right? We haven't heard from Barron's and it's
Yeah,
already.
we haven't heard from Barron's at all, Judge. I've emailed,
Okay.
I texted him, called him, and
Now,
sent him.
as long as we did our due diligence, then it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to Adam as soon as he arrives and see if he'll talk to that client.
Yes, Judge. Good morning, Adam. How are you?
Doing well, Terry. Thank you.
Excellent. Hey, I'm putting you in the breakout room with the state in room 6. Okay, I'm assigning you to room 6.
Good deal. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Adam, you ready to talk to your client?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me a moment. Adam, I'm moving you to room 1.
Okay.
Hey, Terry, y'all did Christopher Nino already, right?
We did what now?
Christopher Nino.
Christopher Nino's done, yes.
Thank you.
I'm just waiting for Suzanne. Suzanne's doing her paperwork right now, and then I'll put her in. I'll need, we don't have any, no when Charles Simmons is coming in from the annex.
He's not there yet?
No, he's not here yet. Still hasn't logged in. No.
Okay.
Okay, Suzanne Kramer is here. If I can get at least Del Pozo somewhere. Del Pozo in too? Okay. Good morning, oh, will you get that one, please? Good morning, Suzanne. Suzanne?
Okay, bye. Yes, can you not hear me?
Good morning, good morning. I'm putting you in room 2 with your client. You don't need to speak to the state, do you?
I don't need to speak to the state on Miguel Del Pozo. I do have a plea bargain on Simmons, but I wouldn't mind talking to them about that.
You want to talk to her real quick before you?
Sure.
Okay, I'm moving you to room 6. Talk to the state. There you go, Lauren. Okay, Suzanne, you ready to speak to your first client?
Sure.
Okay, I'm putting you, let's see, where am I putting you? Room 2.
Thank you.
Suzanne, you ready
Yeah.
on Del Pozo?
I mean, I can do the plea. I haven't talked to Simmons yet, however you want.
Simmons is not on yet. They're trying to get him on. He's gonna be on a
Okay.
camera, but we'll do Del Pozo real quick.
Okay.
All right, it's cause number 729-361, State of Texas versus Miguel Del Pozo. Are you Miguel Del Pozo?
Yes, I am, sir.
Good morning, sir. Could you raise your right hand for me? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I am.
All right, thank you, Mr. Del Pozo. You can lower your hand, sir. Mr. Del Pozo, is it okay with you that we proceed by video conference this morning? Is that all right with you?
Pardon me? Excuse me?
Judge, he is very hard of hearing and he does speak
Pardon?
very slowly.
Judge, Judge, give me a minute real quick. Give me just
Yeah,
a
you
minute.
want to put the headphones on him?
Yeah, give me just a minute.
You got it. Thought you were talking about me, Suzanne.
Not yet. In time.
Hey, watch it, sister.
Judge, he says he doesn't need a headset. We're gonna try real quick.
Okay, Mr. Del Pozo. Is it okay that we do this by video conference instead of me seeing you person to person? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Del Pozo. Mr. Del Pozo, you are charged with simple assault with an elderly victim. That is a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Mr. Del Pozo, do you understand what you're charged with and the possible punishment?
Yes, sir.
Great. Mr. Del Pozo, you have several legal rights at this point, sir. You have the right to remain silent, and you also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against
It's a
you.
jury trial?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just explain
Okay.
the rights that you have, and then you can tell me what you want to do with those rights, okay?
Yes, sir.
You do have a right to a jury trial, like I said, and to confront the witnesses, which means you could, if you wanted to, have the state bring their witnesses into open court at the courthouse to testify in front of a jury, and your lawyer, Suzanne Kramer, could cross-examine those witnesses in front of that same jury, and Ms. Kramer could call witnesses for you in front of that same jury. Do you understand that you do have those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you also understand, Mr. Del Pozo, that you do not have to give up those rights?
I understand, sir.
Okay, but if you want to give them up, which is why we're here, you can, and you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Del Pozo, did you go over that paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it? Mr. Del
Miguel?
Pozo, did you go over the paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
Okay, sir.
Did you go over the paperwork?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Okay, Miguel, do you remember when the deputy was signing everything for you, and while he was signing it, I was explaining it all to you? Do you remember that?
This deputy? You?
Miguel,
Yes.
do you remember when the deputy
I
was
don't
standing next?
remember. I don't remember.
Hey, come here.
Ah.
What do you
Mr. Del Pozo, this paperwork right here tells me that you understand what you're charged with, you
Yes.
understand the punishment, and then you understand you have all those trial rights that we just talked about, like the jury and all that. But you're telling me in this paperwork, Mr. Del Pozo, Judge, I know I have all those rights, but I want to give up all those rights because I want to get into a plea bargain with the state of Texas on this case, get time served, and go on down the road. Is that what you want to do? Mr. Del Pozo, is that what you want to do? Get into an agreement with the state of Texas?
Judge, the only thing I can say is when I was speaking to him and I was very clear and slow and making sure he understood, he was understanding this process might be throwing him off a bit, but when I was
Yeah.
one-on-one with him, it was fine.
I completely agree, and I wish we didn't have to do it this way, but we do. But I have to get us sent at
Oh,
least.
well, I'm hoping that maybe we can get him through this, but maybe you could simplify it a bit.
I'll try. Mr. Del Pozo,
Yes,
you understand all those rights we just talked about, right?
yes,
All right. You're telling me when you sign this paperwork that you want to give up those rights so that you can get into an agreement with the state of Texas, like a
Yes.
time served. Is that what you
Yes.
want to do?
yes.
Great. Then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Del Pozo, evidently you do have a plea bargain in this case. First thing you need to consider is I don't have to go along with your agreement, but don't worry about that. Because if I don't go along, I'll let you withdraw your plea and start all over again. So, Mr. Del Pozo, listen up. The state's going to tell us what the plea bargain is. You make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, state.
The agreement's a $0 fine, court cost, 42 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. And if it pleases the court, we ask you find the judgment satisfied.
All right, Suzanne Kramer, is that the agreement?
That is, Judge.
Mr. Del Pozo, is that what you agreed to, sir?
Yeah, the plea bargain.
Yep. Is that
Plea
what you
bargain.
agreed to? Yes.
Yes, the plea bargain.
Okay. And Suzanne, does Mr. Del Pozo have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
And just for making sure that the record is clear, yes, he does. It seems like maybe at this point he may not, but when I was speaking to him one-on-one, slowly and concisely, he did understand.
Okay, so you feel he's mentally competent to waive his rights to enter into this plea?
I do.
All right, Mr. Miguel Del Pozo, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, sir. This country, this nation.
All right, please tell me how you plead to the Class A misdemeanor offense of simple assault elderly victim. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I accept the charge.
No contest?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Del Pozo, you understand I can still find you guilty based upon that plea?
I understand.
Mr. Del Pozo, has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, or promised you anything to make you plead?
I don't and the question, what are the 50-50s of the question?
Right. Has anybody forced you or threatened you? Like, did anybody like any of these sheriffs or any of the judge? Did anybody force you to do this?
Uh, I accept the charge, sir.
Okay, so that sounds like nobody forced you. Okay, Mr. Del Pozo, I will accept your plea of no contest. Upon that plea, I find you guilty of Class A simple assault, elderly victim. I assess punishment at 0 fine. The cost of court, 42 days in the Bear County Jail. Cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served, which means, Mr. Del Pozo, your judgment is satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Del Pozo, this was a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. Mr. Del Pozo, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, you take care of yourself. Good luck when they get you out today.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. I have one more.
Okay.
Yeah, he's at the annex, Judge. They had a
Oh, no.
shakedown over there doing something, but he's supposed to be on a computer over there at the annex. So we're just waiting for him to log in, Judge, so I can put them both in a room.
All right, what about Adam LaHood?
Adam is still conferring in room 1, Judge.
What?
Yeah, he's still there.
It's a criminal trespass. Go get him.
Okay, Judge, I'll go in there.
You know, Judge, how Adam LaHood is, very thorough.
That's why I love him too, It's a jail court. That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, we're still waiting to do a plea. Patrick, just hold off for a little bit. Just
Okay.
mute yourself and we'll be ready in just a little bit.
Alrighty, I'm in no hurry.
Thank you, Patrick.
Andrew. All right. Are y'all doing the Fiesta party this year? That's all I heard. I didn't see the flyer, but somebody said y'all were. I'm sure it'll get circulated. Tuesday. Good to know. Thanks, bud.
All right, Adam, you ready on Frank's?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Okay, got it.
All right, guys, you want to get John Franks up there?
Morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Hey, Adam, good. Thanks for helping me out this morning with this.
Not a problem, sir.
All right, 728-176. Oh, he's on mute. Alex or Bill, can you help me out there? There you go. He's on mute there. Can we just? There we go. All right, 728-176, State of Texas versus John Franks. Are you John Franks?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Sir.
Thank you, Mr. Franks. Mr. Franks, you had another lawyer appointed to represent you. He hasn't showed up this morning, so I appointed Mr. LaHood to help you out, but you don't have, I don't want you to feel like you're being forced and rushed into things. Are you okay proceeding this morning with Mr. LaHood?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You see Deputy Gill walking towards
Yes? Okay. All right, then, Mr. Franks, is it all right with you that we proceed by video conference?
Video conference, what's that mean, sir?
That like on what we're doing on the screen instead of in person. Is that okay with you?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, Ms. Franks, you are charged with the offense of criminal trespass to private property, a Class B misdemeanor, punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $2,000 fine. Do you understand, sir?
They told me 1,000, so I don't know.
$1,000 fine? No, it's 2,000. Up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bear County Jail. You understand?
Okay.
Okay. You have several legal rights, Mr. Franks. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case, which means you could ask the state to bring their witnesses to open court to testify against you, where your lawyer can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. During that proceeding, Mr. Franks, your lawyer could call as many witnesses as he would like for you or on your behalf in front of that same jury. Mr. Franks, do you understand, sir, that you have those rights?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sir.
All right. Do you also understand, sir, that you do not have to give up those rights?
Judge, I'm having a hard time hearing him.
Yeah, so am I. Mr. Franks, please just speak up. Do you understand you don't have to give up those rights?
Yes, I understand.
All right, thank you. Much better. But if you want to give them up, you can, and you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Franks, did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it? Mr. Franks, did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
I'm trying to see who's Kevin.
That's me. I'm the judge.
Okay.
Did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
Went over some paperwork, yes.
Yeah. Do you understand what's in these documents?
It's like you saying it could plead up to 180 days while I'm on the
Yeah, let me tell you what's in them. And then if you have any questions, you just ask me, okay? What this paperwork tells me, the judge, is that you do understand what you're charged with. You do understand the range of punishment. We already talked about that. And then you're also telling me that you understand you have all of those trial rights, the other stuff we just talked about, like confronting the witnesses, having a jury, all that. But this paperwork tells me, Mr. Franks, even though you have all those rights and you know you do, you're saying to me, Judge, I want to give up those rights so I can get into this plea bargain agreement on this case. Is that what you want to do?
To me, I don't have no plea for nothing.
You don't have a plea bargain in this case? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is just right here, it's not too much clicking to me.
I'm kind of.
I understand what you're trying to say, but it's just like, why do I need witnesses or anything?
That's my point. You don't. That you have a right to have those witnesses come to court and all that. But what this paperwork is saying is, Judge, I don't want to do that. I just want to get into this plea bargain and go on down the road. I don't want to have a big jury trial and witnesses.
Okay.
So you just got to tell me, Judge, I give up those rights so I can get into this deal. Is that what you want to do?
Pretty much, yeah. Because I'm gonna go through all that.
Wonderful. Then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. All right, now, Mr. Franks, evidently you do have a plea bargain in this case. The first thing you need to understand, I don't have to go along with your agreement. However, if I don't go along with your agreement for any reason, I will allow you to withdraw your plea and start all over again. So anything you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you if that happens. Mr. Franks, do me a favor, listen up. State's going to tell us what the plea bargain is. Make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, State.
The agreement is a $0 fine, court costs, 12 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and if it pleases the court, we ask you find the judgment satisfied.
All right, Adam LaHood, is that the agreement?
Morning, Your Honor. It is, Judge, and we asked the court to follow this, and it should result in a judgment satisfied.
All right, Mr. Franks, is that what you agreed to, sir?
Yes,
Then, Adam, does Mr. Franks have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
He is competent, Judge.
All right, Mr. John Franks, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
yes, I am.
Mr. Franks, please tell me how you plead to the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass to private property. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
All right, Mr. Franks, do you understand I could still find you guilty based upon that plea? You understand that?
Okay.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to make you plead, sir?
No,
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
I'm good.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Franks. I will accept your plea. Upon that plea, I find you guilty of criminal trespass to private property.
Thanks for your help.
I assess punishment at zero fine, the cost of court, and 12 days in the Bear County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served, which means your judgment in this case is satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Franks, this was a plea bargain. And I followed it. You have no right to appeal. Mr. Franks, any questions?
The question is, yes,
Yeah.
the question is,
Yeah.
will I be released or?
Yep. As soon as we stop this conversation, we get the paperwork over there. They'll release you later today. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You take care of yourself out there.
Okay, thank you. God bless
Well,
you.
thanks, Adam. I know
Thanks,
you have
Judge.
the, let's see what
Adam-
Suzanne.
Yeah, Adam is the felony attorney of the day, and Adam, Patrick Lamas is here. Suzanne Kramer's client, Mr. Simmons, judge, was moved over from the annex back to the main jail, so they're physically going to go pick him up and bring him here. So he'll be here in about 5 minutes, Judge.